All right, y'all, we're going to get right into it, not waste any time, straight into the build. I like to make my build left hand. You like right, you can do that. Number, we're going to do 32 because it's a Cooper build. Height 6'7", weight 219, wingspan 6'8". That's going to give you 96 midi, which is going to be important for you in the future when you get your cat breaker. So we're just going to go with the 3 because it's going to pull a lot of stuff up for us for the target mid-range. Mid-range, we're going 94 right off the bat. 3-point, going 80. Free throw, 70. All you need for this. Put some clips up, of course. You can see how I'm shooting. I'm shooting lights out. I dropped 50 plus points in the rec with this build. Multiple 30 plus point games. Double games on this build. So this is all you need to be able to shoot. Badges you're gonna get Hall of Fame shot specialist, gold shifty shooter, which is important, dead eye. Once you get your cat breakers, or if you do the shooting build specialization, you get 2 more. You can bump this up to 96, and then you get Hall of Fame on all the shoot. Right now, I run the max +2 on shifty shooter to get legend. I'm sorry, I said Hall of Fame, I meant legend. I get legend on shifty shooter, and as you can see, I'm shooting lights out. I have some games where I might miss 1 or 2, maybe 3 shots. Fading, spot up, everything is go, right? Drive and dunk on this build. We're gonna put this to an 84. Close shot's gonna stay the same, 79. Layup 64, that's just the bare minimum. We're gonna put the standing dunk at an 85. This is gonna give you almost all the animation, standing dunk animations you need. And then when you get those offensive boards, right? Because you can't grab rebounds with this build. When you grab those offensive rebounds, most people don't have strength. Most guards, small forwards. So yeah, that's gonna get you everything you need to go. You're gonna basically be unstoppable in the paint, to be honest with you. Maybe a center, like a 7'4" could stop you, 7 foot. But for the most part, if you're playing threes, even on quick like putbacks, if you could tell your partner's going, your teammates are gonna shoot, probably miss, you can go grab the board, probably put it right up. Fast breaks, backdoor cuts, you can put it right up. Nobody's gonna be able to stop it, at least the person that's guarding you. Typically, ball handle, may not like this, but I go 75. 75 gives you everything you need. You get silver lightning, launch, and the pass accuracy I leave at 50. All right, you may not like that, but trust, you see the passes. I'm making full court passes off the offense, off the defensive rebounds. I'm making passes off of cut. Now it is slower, of course. The animation is slower, and you don't get any badges on it, right? So if you don't like that, the build might not be for you. But however, I'm shooting good on it. I'm making plays on it, and I'm running it up in the rec on this build. This is probably my favorite build as of right now. If I want to go in there, I can get a bucket, 30 points, and 10 plus rebounds, and I don't have to worry about it. If they don't want to give me the ball, I can go grab my own rebound. So I don't advise making builds without a rebound ever. Content creators telling you make this build, and it doesn't have rebounds on it, and you play like solo rec. The builds I make are dedicated for you being able to play by yourself. If you get teammates, you play even better. But if you got to run by yourself, you don't get that situation when you run in the rec and they not ball. You know what I mean? So we're gonna get back into the build. Perimeter defense, I got cat breakers on this. All right, so I put it at 93. All right. You use your 3 cat breakers. I actually have 4 right now, but you use your 3 to get it up to a 96, and that gives you all the perimeter defense you're gonna need. You're gonna see that, I'm out there getting bumpy with guys that can't really get past me. Forcing them to pass the ball is really important, right? So I don't have to play defense long. I just got to bump them a little bit, make them get a ball up. Block, I went 75 because I just had an extra point. I am getting chased down blocks on this because I get paint patroller, and then I got bronze high flying denier. I usually bump that up to silver with my max +1. Still, it's no on ball steals like that. I do know how to get them, but it's not. Maybe I'll drop a tutorial for that, but it's really not enough to really sacrifice all the points and steal, right? Silver interceptor, you can snag. Lane steals, especially in rec, part, you can get lane steals with a 73 just fine. And if you want, you can use a max +1 and you can take it up, or even like a max +2 and make it Hall of Fame. But to me, honestly, it's not worth it. It's too much of a gamble. They did make the gambling on this a lot more risky when you're trying to grab lane steals or even on ball steals. It kind of stuns your player, even when you have a higher steal. So to me, it's not really worth it. For the rebound, this is what makes this build so good to me. We go 80, gives you that silver rebound chaser. Box out beast is no longer tied to the strength. So you get silver box out beast. Offensive rebound, you get 70. So you can grab some offensive rebounds and some defensive rebounds. Depending on the game mode you're in, you can kind of switch your takeover up and probably grab more rebounds than a lot of the big in some cases, right? Because everybody's running stretch right now, right? So I'm able to grab boards because, if you got a center out there, he has to guard the 7'4", he has to guard the 7 foot because everybody can shoot good this 2K. So that leaves a lot of opportunity to crash the boards and grab rebounds, which, you'll see in the clips. That's exactly what I'm doing to run the stats up. Vertical, we're going to go 65, strength, 71, agility, we're going to max out at 85, and then speed, we're going to max that out at 90. This is the build you get right here. You know what I mean? Looks a little weird. It's a little strange. Of course, you might say, oh, I don't like that. It doesn't work good. But trust, if your goal is to win, your goal is to shoot great, this is the build for you. Your goal is to go out there and be able to dunk and have fancy dunks. It's not really for you, right? But when I play solos on this build, I probably win 8 out of every 10 games. When I play rec, if I play solo rec, I might not win as many. However, I still have a good time, even if I lose. I really don't lose that much in solo rec, but it is possible when I run random rec. If I play with friends, like I said, you'll see the video. I got a 50+ game on this. I'll probably just drop the whole video at the end of this and just throw a couple clips in here. If you want to watch the whole video, you can see how I'm shooting, fading, pull-ups. So yeah, just, like the video, subscribe. I got more content coming for you. I have another build video dropping. A little bit more of a cheese, but, stay tuned, subscribe, like the video. Out. Let you see the build, see what you get the shades of. As you can see, you get Cooper Flag, Kawhi Leonard, Marquise Johnson. You end up with a 2-way mid-paint score. As I said, once again, this is the build. It says layups don't fall under pressure for the weaknesses. Doesn't matter. Nobody's trying to lay up anyway. And misses open teammates frequently. You don't. The passing is good, especially if you're in the half court. As long as you're not trying to pass out a shot and taking bad shots, you really shouldn't get that many turnovers from the passing, right? Every now and again, I might have a long pass. I get a rebound and it might get thrown over. It might go a little further than the person, right? For the most part, though, this is the build. Trust. Little sneak peek, too. This is going to be the next build video. You can see the look. It's my Carmelo Anthony. That's why it looks like that, but that build's achieved. Like, subscribe, we gone.